It's just hours away. This is the eve of the big presidential debate on Fox Business Network. And tonight, with tension no doubt building, fireworks flying between GOP candidates. The two GOP frontrunners, Donald Trump and Dr. Ben Carson, on the attack as they fight for the lead in the polls.
He writes a book where he went after his mother, hit her on the head, or wanted to hit her on the head with a hammer, hitting a friend in the face with a lock, with a padlock, hard in the face, stabbing somebody. He wrote this book prior to thinking about running for office, I assume. But, he said he has pathological disease.
So you don't believe him? You don't believe him, do you?
Well, if you have pathological disease, that's a problem. I mean, he wrote it. I didn't write it. But he's going to have to explain a lot of things away. The scholarship situation, the dinner with Westmoreland when Westmoreland wasn't there.
People are clearly able to see what's going on when I'm out in the public. I mean, the number of people who come up and say, don't let them get you down. We got your back. We know what you're talking about. We believe you. And, you look at, for instance, the political hit job this week.
Former New York City Mayor Rudy Giuliani goes on the record. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Greta. How are you?
I'm fine. What do you make of this spat, at least this current one, between Donald Trump and Dr. Ben Carson?
Well, I know both men well. Donald's been a friend for 25 years, and I respect him enormously, and I know Ben quite well. I've even played golf with him. And I will tell you this about Ben. He is a completely honest man until somebody proves to me that to the contrary. Whatever he wrote, I believe is absolutely 100% true. This is a man of great integrity, tremendous accomplishment. My wife is in the medical field. She's a nurse. She knew Ben long before I did. He was the most preeminent, by far, the most preeminent surgeon for doing brain surgery on children. People would come to him from all over the world. I believe what he wrote back then when he wasn't running for office is absolutely true. What it demonstrates is how a man can change over a period of time. I've changed over a period of time. So has everyone else. And I think this is something that's going to help Ben Carson, because I think it's going to turn out to be the fact that he is telling the absolute truth. So I have complete confidence in Ben.
Okay, I'm well aware that the American media are on very thin ice with a lot of people. And I'm trying to figure out, whether or not we're just trying to, create a spat where there isn't one. We asked Donald Trump a question. Or are we fairly probing into someone's background?
Here's what's happening. A year ago, Chris Christie was the only Democrat that was beating Hillary Clinton, and they did Bridgegate on him to try to get him out. Right now, the only Republican beating Hillary clearly by 10 points is Ben Carson. And that's why CNN and everybody else is going after him.
Should we
Simple
look the other
as
way?
that.
But
The whole thing with the scholarship to West Point is complete nonsense. He was the leading cadet in Detroit. He had 100% scores on his SATs. West Point would have given him the superintendent's mansion to get an African American into West Point at the time.
But Mayor, I'm asking you how far. But this is what I don't know: is how far should we go? At what point? Should we go back? I'm just asking. I don't know. How far? What's fair on any of these candidates? There's sort of no magic formula.
Well, we never did this on Obama, did we?
What's the line?
We never did this on Obama. We never
tried to on the whole Reverend Wright thing, but I'll tell you, we were the only network who did go.
Yeah, but nobody else did. CNN didn't do it. NBC didn't do it. CBS didn't do it. ABC didn't do it. Ben Carson, how about some of the people he was involved in when he was doing his community organizing, who were basically communists? Nobody ever examined that. They put it aside. They said he was a young man. Let's forget about it. Look, Ben Carson was the preeminent infant brain surgeon in the country. My goodness, I don't think you and I could be the preeminent brain surgeon in the country.
Yeah, I know Ben. I couldn't even I'm not getting close on that one. But I guess the sort of the situation that I'm trying to think is how do we best exercise our judgment? I mean, where is that sort of magical line for what we ask of people so that they can then explain it to the American people? Which, incidentally, I understand that Dr. Ben Carson has been, that he's got a lot of support, even gotten a lot of donations as a result of this. But, how do we draw that line?
I think we draw the line with, when somebody's 20 or 18 or 19 or, come on. We kind of leave that alone. President Obama admitted he was smoking marijuana when he was like 17 and 18 and 19. I'm not sure if he said he was using cocaine. I don't remember. Please don't quote me on saying that. But possibly he even said that. I'm not sure. But we kind of forgave that, right? Bill Clinton, we forgave a lot of things on Bill Clinton. Ben Carson's career is phenomenal. Now, I'm not even sure he's the person I'm going to support for president of the United States. I'm not sure Trump or Bush or Rubio or Christie wouldn't be better. I'm not sure. But I can tell you one thing. The attack on him is completely, 100% unfair.
And let me just take the last word on this. In our business as lawyers, we have a statute of limitations. Maybe we ought to have something like that in politics. We can only go back so far.
Yeah, come on. You don't want to go into your background. I don't want to go into mine.
No, I'm just saying that the statute of limitations might be something that people in politics should look at it, take advice from the legal profession on that one. But anyway, I'm taking the last word on that. Mayor, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Greta.